Ladies and gentlemen, do you know why some people climb to the top of the mountain while others give up halfway? It's not because they are stronger, not because they are smarter, it's because they protect what matters most. Your big dreams are like fragile seeds. When you first plant them, they are small, delicate, and vulnerable. If you expose them too early to people who cannot see beyond their own limitations, they will crush those dreams with doubt, criticism, or fear. Small-minded people often project their insecurities onto others. They will say, "It's impossible," or "Be realistic," not because your dream is unachievable, but because they cannot imagine themselves doing it. When you share your vision with the wrong audience, instead of encouragement, you may receive negativity that weakens your confidence. That is why silence is powerful. Protect your dreams until they grow strong roots. Work on them quietly, invest your energy in action, and feed them with belief. The day will come when your dream is no longer a fragile seed, but a tree that provides shade, fruit, and inspiration. By then, it won't matter what anyone thinks, because your success will speak louder than their doubts. Dreams don't need to be explained, they need to be lived. Nurture them in silence and let the results announce themselves to the world. Life is very much like a game of chess. Every decision you make, every step you take shapes the direction of your journey. A wise player never reveals the next move to the opponent because the element of surprise is what gives power to the strategy. In the same way, when you openly share your plans with everyone, you expose yourself to unnecessary judgment, resistance, and even sabotage. Not everyone around you wishes for your success, and some may even try to block your path once they know what you are aiming for. Even well-meaning people can sometimes discourage you, not out of malice, but out of their own fears and limitations. That is why keeping your next move to yourself until it is already in progress is so important. Actions speak louder than intentions, and results silence every doubt. By protecting your plans, you allow them to mature without interference, and you keep control of the narrative. Once the move is made and progress is visible, no one can stop it because it is already unfolding. Silence and patience become your strongest weapons, turning your hidden preparation into undeniable achievement. Every human being has weaknesses, no matter how strong, talented, or successful they may appear. Weaknesses are part of being human, but the mistake many people make is exposing them to everyone. When you openly speak about your vulnerabilities, you hand others the tools they can use to control, manipulate, or even discourage you. Not everyone has pure intentions, and some will take advantage of the areas where you are struggling. The wiser approach is to recognize your weaknesses yourself, accept them honestly, and then quietly work on improving them without announcing it to the world. Growth is most effective in silence because when you focus on progress instead of validation, transformation happens faster. A weakness can be turned into a strength through consistent practice, discipline, and determination. Many successful people were once terrible at the very things they later mastered, but they did not broadcast their struggles while still learning. They worked in private, strengthened their skills, and only revealed themselves when their weakness had already evolved into power. Protect your vulnerabilities, not out of shame, but out of strategy, because one day the very thing that once held you back can become the reason you stand tall. Every family faces challenges, disagreements, and hardships because no household is perfect. These struggles are a natural part of life, but they should never become public entertainment for others. When you share your family problems openly, you give people the opportunity to gossip, judge, and sometimes even use your personal issues against you. The truth is, most people are already carrying the weight of their own battles, and they are rarely in a position to truly solve yours. Instead of finding solutions, you may only receive unwanted opinions, criticism, or pity that do more harm than good. Protecting your family means protecting its dignity even during difficult times. Problems are best addressed within the family itself, with patience, communication, and unity. Keeping challenges inside your own walls doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means respecting the privacy of the people you love and giving space for healing without outside noise. Families grow stronger when they learn to resolve their struggles together, and every hardship can become an opportunity for deeper connection. By keeping these matters private, you shield your loved ones from unnecessary judgment and create an environment where trust, respect, and loyalty can flourish. Income is one of the most sensitive subjects in human relationships. When you openly talk about how much you earn, you unintentionally trigger emotions in others that can lead to envy, resentment, or unhealthy competition. Some may start comparing their own situation to yours, and instead of inspiring them, it may create bitterness or distance. Money is meant to serve as a tool that helps you build the life you desire, not as a trophy you showcase for approval. The value of a person is never measured by numbers in a bank account, but by character, integrity, and the way they treat others. When you let your income define you, you risk losing focus on what truly matters. Far better is to live in a way where your lifestyle reflects your values, whether it's generosity, humility, or responsibility, without having to explain the figures behind it. Quiet wealth brings peace, while loud wealth attracts unnecessary attention and problems. The more silent you are about your earnings, the more control you maintain over your own happiness. Financial growth should be a personal journey, not a public display, and its purpose should always be to support your dreams and create meaningful impact. Kindness is one of the most powerful qualities a person can possess, but it loses its true essence the moment it is performed for recognition. Helping someone should come from the heart, not from the desire to be praised or admired. When you do good only to show the world, it becomes less about compassion and more about ego. True kindness is quiet, humble, and selfless. It is about offering support when no one is watching, about lifting someone up without expecting anything in return. The purest form of kindness is invisible to the crowd, but unforgettable to the person who receives it. Many people today broadcast their good deeds, hoping for applause, but that applause fades quickly, while genuine kindness leaves a permanent impact. Doing the right thing for the sake of doing it not only strengthens your character, but also builds trust and respect in ways that no public recognition ever could. A truly kind person never needs an audience because their satisfaction comes from knowing they made a difference, no matter how small. The quiet acts of kindness done in silence often create the loudest echoes in the lives they touch. Fear lives inside every human being, and while it is natural, it is also deeply personal. Your inner fears are like hidden vulnerabilities that, if exposed, can easily be used against you. The moment you share them openly, you hand over power to others who may manipulate or intimidate you through those very weaknesses. Not everyone around you will use that knowledge with kindness, and some may exploit it to hold you back. That is why your fears should be confronted privately with courage and persistence instead of being displayed for the world to see. The more you face your fears head on, the less control they have over you and the more confidence you gain in yourself. Growth begins when you acknowledge what scares you, but true strength emerges when you refuse to let anyone else define or exploit those fears. Overcoming them quietly turns your hidden battles into silent victories, and with every step forward, you weaken their grip on your life. By keeping your inner fears to yourself, you protect your power, and by conquering them, you transform what once threatened to limit you into a force that drives you toward greater strength and resilience. So remember this, never share these 7 secrets with anyone. When the right time comes, your results will speak louder than your words. The world does not need to hear your secrets. The world needs to see your success. Thank you.